Tonight we report on finishing touches to Soap Lake's downtown renovations, and the filing period for candidates in November's election nears. What's happening in sports, Bob?
Thanks, Alan. Quincy soccer gets past East Valley, and Wharton baseball takes 2 from Kittitas. Here's a quick glance at our Weather Center forecast.
Hello everyone, today was the warmest day of the week. A cold front arrives tonight. I'll let you know just how much cooler the temperatures will be for the rest of the week just ahead with your extended forecast.
I'm Alan Troop, and we have all this and much more on iFiber One News.
From the iFiber One HD studio here in the heart of the Columbia Basin, this is iFiber One News, your #1 source for local news, sports headlines, and our very own Weather Center forecast covering the entire Columbia Basin. This is iFiber One News, and it starts now.
People should see construction crews working on fire hydrants in Larson soon. The City Council recently approved a $299,000 contract with Moses Lake-based Advanced Excavation. The city received 3 proposals for the project, with the highest costing more than $300,000. Municipal Services Director Gary Herrer said the proposals were higher than expected, but the 3 bids were close to the same price. According to city records, the city's water budget has enough money in it to cover the additional cost. City engineer Sean O'Brien explained construction crews are installing valves that allow the city to shut off water to the hydrant without shutting off water to the residences on the street. Work is expected to begin in the first week of May and last about 6 weeks. Volunteers were out Monday morning in Soap Lake putting the finishing touches on the city's downtown revitalization project. Reporter Jeff Chu has the details.
Soap Lake volunteers on Monday planted donated yuccas in the first of some 20 beds to be landscaped along Main Avenue. It's the final touch to the City of Soap Lake's $2 million downtown streetscape project, which will be officially dedicated in June. A group of about 8, including volunteers with the Grant County Association of Realtors, moved rocks covering the beds that were left by the downtown renovation contractor. City Landscape Subcommittee organizer Nell Kovac was happy with the turnout.
So far, this has all been donated and free labor, and we've had people come by from different communities in the area. So we know this area means a lot to a lot of people, so we're just respecting that.
Kovac said the project is ongoing and will be completed plot by plot. Succulents and donated basalt landscape rocks will be added to some of the planting beds east on Main. Landscape beds include water pipes that will be equipped with drip irrigation systems. Money donations are being accepted by the City of Soap Lake for the project. I'm Jeff Chu for iFiber One News.
Work on a water tower serving Larson is almost finished. Construction crews from Anacortes-based T. Bailey Incorporated are painting the outside of a water tower on Patton Boulevard during the next week. Once the work is done, the city will add water to the newly constructed tank and test it. The city paid about $1 million for the project. City engineer Sean O'Brien said the work is expected to be finished by May. The project to raise the water tank by 20 feet started last year. The tank is being raised to provide more water for firefighters using hydrants in the area. The project expanded the amount of water the tank could hold from 250,000 gallons to 1.3 million gallons. A man was stabbed in the leg and hand following an argument near Goodwill in Moses Lake late Saturday night. Police reported on Monday that they found a 31-year-old Moses Lake man on North Central Drive with injuries to his face. He reportedly told police he did not want to cooperate in pursuing an arrest of the suspect, a 37-year-old Moses Lake man. According to Moses Lake Police, officers located the suspect in the 1000 block of West Charlotte Street with a bloody towel wrapped around his left hand and blood on his shorts. He told police the other man had stabbed him with a pocket knife in the left leg and his hand following an argument. He also refused to cooperate and declined medical treatment. And now we take a look at people being sought by law enforcement.
This is Sheriff Tom Jones with the Grant County Sheriff's Office. Each of the people you see here have a warrant for their arrest. If you see any of these people, we ask you do not attempt to detain or apprehend them, but call us at 509-762-1160 or send us an email at crimetips@co.grant.wa.us. If the person is presenting a danger, call 911. With your help, we can bring these people to justice and make our community safer.
We'll be right back after this.
At Moses Lake Community Health Center, we have had the privilege to serve the local communities since 1978.
What I like about working at this clinic more than any other clinic that I've worked at is the patient care. With the patient care team that we've assembled, it allows us to take care of as many facets of the patient and their family's needs.
Please take the opportunity to experience the high-quality care provided at our clinics.
Just when I thought the blizzard couldn't get any better, DQ put the blizzard inside a waffle cone. This is mind-blowing. So when DQ asked me how I would tell the world, I said... Sounds better in Italian.
Pretty impressive, Liz. Any blizzard, like confetti cake, now in a fresh-baked waffle cone. This is fan food, not fast food.
Hello everyone, I'm Cristina Sanchez with your One News Weather Center, brought to you by your Buckler Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places. For the rest of the week, we do expect much cooler temperatures. Now, today was the warmest day that we're going to have for the next few days, with high temperatures right around the low 80s. Now, that's about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year. Within the past few days, we've had a strong high pressure system that's really brought that dry weather pattern across the area. Now, we do have a cold front that will arrive tonight. That'll bring slight chance of showers and also much cooler temperature. Best chance of showers will be along the Cascades and in the northwest as we head into the morning hours of Wednesday. Then improving conditions as we head into the afternoon. But for us here within our Columbia Basin, we do expect to stay pretty dry. And although we do expect much cooler temperatures, will be right around the mid-60s for Wednesday, Thursday. Those temperatures will be right around average. Now today, about 15 degrees above average for this time of the year, in the low 80s for us here in Ephrata. We did start off the day in the mid-30s. Average low temperature is in the upper 30s. Record high temperature was back in 1956, and the high temperature was 86 degrees. So we didn't quite make it to the record high, but we did stay pretty warm all throughout the day in Moses Lake as well. High temperatures right around 80 degrees. Record high for them was back in 09, and the high temperature was 84 degrees, and they did start off the day in the mid-30s. Average low is in the upper 30s. Now right now we're still on the warm side. Current temperatures are in the upper 70s, so we're still pretty warm with mostly sunny skies and winds blowing from the southwest up to 10 miles an hour. Then as we go throughout the next few hours, we do expect this cold front to arrive, bringing slight chance of showers along the Cascades and improving conditions. Wednesday morning, slight chance of showers will be moving into the inland northwest. Throughout Wednesday morning into the afternoon hours, improving conditions for the inland northwest. But for us, we do expect to stay pretty dry, although we'll have much more cloud cover as we head into the next few days. And next chance of showers will be Thursday night for the Cascades. But for us within our Columbia Basin, we do expect a chance of showers on Sunday into Monday. But for right now, on Wednesday afternoon, we do expect mostly cloudy skies for Seattle. High temperatures right around the low 60s. Long Beach, highs will be in the low 50s. Mostly cloudy skies. Yakima Valley, high temperatures slightly cooler in the upper 60s with mostly sunny skies, and of course that chance of showers along the inland northwest with highs in the low 60s. Improving conditions throughout the afternoon hours of Wednesday, but for us will be right around the mid 60s, which is normal for us as far as high temperatures. Quincy in the low 60s, Moses Lake 65, mostly cloudy skies, as well as for Royal City. Within the next 7 days, we do expect cooler temperatures, but those high temperatures will be seasonable for us across the area. Mostly cloudy skies, highs on Sunday in the upper 60s, lows in the low 40s. Thank you for being with us. This segment was brought to you by your Buckler Toyota dealer, Toyota Let's Go Places.
Hi.
Hi, I see here on my glasses that it's your sales event.
Yeah, we have low APR financing and some great lease offers. Check out the bold new Camry.
Wow, that's really nice. I gotta get a closer look. Wow, there's so much stuff.
Careful.
If I could just see where I was going.
Right now, you can lease a new 2015 Camry for $199 a month with $750 lease bonus cash. Plus, every new Toyota comes with Toyota Care, our no-cost maintenance plan.
Now this is cool.
That's easy to see.
Toyota, let's go places.
Quincy soccer is on a roll. After dropping 5 of 7 non-league games, the Jacks have reeled off 3 straight league wins to move into a tie for first with Grandview. Quincy's latest conquest was a 2-1 shootout win over East Valley. Jesus Adame put the Red Devils up 5 minutes into the fuss. Freddie Ruiz got the equalizer at the 25th minute. The Jacks took the shootout 5-4 to claim the victory. Quincy looks to make it 4 in a row at Wapato today. Quincy baseball split a doubleheader at Prosser. The Mustangs took the first game 6-4. The Jacks trailed 3-0 after the first inning in Game 2, but came back to win it 12-8. Nick Lopez wielded the big stick for Quincy, going 3 for 4 at the plate with 2 home runs and 4 RBI. The Jacks moved to 7-5 with the split and into a tie for third in the CWAC standings with Othello and Prosser. Wharton softball split a twin bill with Kittitas to open Central Washington 2B league play. The Coyotes took the opener 6-5. The Cougars came back to take the nightcap 15-8. Kittitas jumped out to an early 3-0 lead. Wharton exploded for 7 runs in the 5th and 6 in the 6th to run away with it. Wharton baseball swept a doubleheader from Kittitas to move to 4-0 in league play. The Cougars took Game 1 by an 11-1 score, and the nightcap 17-8 that was highlighted by 3 home runs in the 4th. Wharton is back on the diamond today for a home twin bill with Connell. Nelson Cruz has been named the American League Player of the Week. The M-Slugger has been destroying the baseball, hitting .500 with 6 homers and 10 RBIs. Cruz recorded a hit in all 6 games, reaching base 15 times. Cruz currently has 8 homers in just 13 games played to lead the majors. The Washington Husky men's basketball program has picked up a commitment via transfer. Matthew Attaway, a 6'8", 230-pound center, has decided to transfer from Auburn. Attaway is just a redshirt freshman, having sat out last season due to a leg injury. He's a native of Ontario, Canada, and played on the Canadian junior national team in 2012. Attaway will have to sit out next season, but will have 2 years of eligibility for the Dogs. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, my name is Cheryl Kono. I am your local Ephrata Farmers Insurance Agent. Here at Cheryl Kono Insurance Agency, our customers always come first. We don't just work here, we live here. Please stop by the office, call, email, or Facebook me for a free auto, home, life, business, or farm and ranch quote today. We are insurance. We are farmers. Come in for a free quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Well, one thing I knew from being a patient myself was that a dental office is a scary place to come to. And so we wanted everything possible to make sure that our office is a comfortable place for our patients to visit. The patients that I have, my clients, have made me a part of this community, and we want to give back in every way possible.
Our spotlight story tonight is about the Joint Base Lewis McChord's 62nd Airlift Wing and their ongoing training at the Grant County International Airport. Reporter Devin Higgins has the story.
The skies around the Grant County International Airport have been clearing as spring continues, but by no means is it quiet. The flyboys of Joint Base Lewis McChord's 62nd Airlift Wing are here, and they've brought their big birds back with them. In the last 10 years, the Boeing C-17 Globemaster III has become one of the workhorses of the United States Air Force. Measuring at 174 feet long and sporting a wingspan of 170 feet, it succeeded the Lockheed C-141 Starlifter after it was retired in 2006. 4 Pratt & Whitney engines, each generating more than 40,000 pounds of thrust, give the C-17 a cruising speed of more than 500 miles an hour and lets it fly as high as 45,000 feet. Major Jamil Musa has been flying the C-17 since 2005 and is the operations officer with the 62nd Airlift Wing. He says having a training space in their backyard is very important in preparing crews for every scenario they might face.
Moses Lake is extremely important to national security. Nearby Joint Base Lewis McChord in the Seattle-Tacoma area, where we come from, the 62nd Airlift Wing, and then our partners over at the reserve component, the 446 Airlift Wing, use this airfield virtually every day. So almost every single training mission that launches out of McChord Field will come here, spend a few hours in the pattern, and in the local area flying low levels, conducting airdrops, practicing night vision goggle approaches, basically just about everything that the C-17 can do. So it's incredibly valuable, and that it prepares our crews to go out and fly a myriad of different types of missions.
The C-17 can carry up to 169,000 pounds of cargo. Everything from paratroopers to medical and emergency supplies, vehicles, even helicopters can fit in its belly. Major Musa said despite its bulk, the C-17 is far from awkward in the air.
It's a great aircraft to fly. So it, in the United States Air Force inventory, it's the newest airlifter that we have. It's extremely flexible. It's got all the bells and whistles and the things that we like in the cockpit and also in the business end of the aircraft, the cargo compartment. So we're extremely fortunate to be able to operate this aircraft. And all those things that I mentioned, the avionics and the technology, allows us to minimize the stick and rudder skills so that we can focus on executing a global airlift. So what's neat about the C-17 is it's extremely diverse, and it's used in operations all across the world. For instance, the war in Afghanistan, it's been critical. It's also participated in Iraq and the greater Middle East, countering ISIS. And then a unique mission particular to Joint Base Lewis McChord is the deep freeze mission, or the missions that go down to Antarctica to support the National Science Foundation. So what's neat is sitting here is all the training that we receive here at Moses Lake contributes to being able to fulfill those missions. So Grant County International Airport and the Moses Lake community really contribute to securing American interests abroad.
In Moses Lake, Devin Higgins for iFiber One News.
We'll be right back after this.
Have you been to iFiber1.com? The most up-to-date news in the Columbia Basin is just one click away. With news, sports, and weather, you can stay in the know with what's going on in your community. Read your news on the go by visiting iFiber1.com on your tablet or even your phone. Follow us on Facebook for quick updates and discuss the news with others in our area. Your number one news source in the Columbia Basin is iFiber1.com. Check it out today. What's white and yellow and red all over? If you said the local book telephone directory, the one with the purple sunset on the cover, then you're right. In print and online at statewideyp.com, it features up-to-date local maps, community information, and a calendar of events. With a restaurant dining guide with full local menus and a reverse directory, you're sure to find the number you're looking for. It's the best way to get the information you need. Pick up a copy of the local book today or visit statewideyp.com.
Welcome back. Candidates for the November election can start filing for office on April 27th. More than 100 offices across Grant County are going to be decided in 2015. They include city council positions in Moses Lake, Ephrata, Quincy, and Soap Lake, school board positions in Moses Lake, Ephrata, and Quincy, and port, hospital, and fire district commissioners across the county. Candidates need to complete a declaration of candidacy and must be a registered voter with an address in the area they want to represent. People wanting a position making more than $1,000 a year will need to pay a filing fee of 1% of the annual salary. Filing for the offices by mail starts on April 27th by mailing the information and the filing fee to Grant County Election Department. Or people can file for the offices in person starting at 8 a.m. on May 11th at the Grant County Election Department on the second floor of the Grant County Courthouse. The filing period ends at 5 p.m. on May 15th. prosecutors dropped the felony charges against a woman accused of fighting with Samaritan healthcare staff earlier in the month. Mildred Simmons, a 45-year-old Ephrata woman, was charged in Grant County Superior Court with assault in the third degree and interference with a healthcare facility. Deputy Prosecutor Kevin McCrae moved to dismiss the felony charges against Simmons. The case will be filed in district court. Simmons was reportedly brought to the emergency room at Samaritan Healthcare on April 8th by her husband. When a staff member tried to get information from her, she allegedly became aggressive, saying she had a bomb inside of her, claiming to be God, and talking about her dead husband. She allegedly headbutted a hospital security guard. Police reported they believed she was under the influence of methamphetamine. In Northwest news, a Washington family says its baby monitor was hacked. Cairo's Kevin McCarthy shows us how these parents figured out a stranger was communicating with their young son.
Well, I started to cry in there because it all started coming back to me and I started figuring things out.
Sarah and Jay asked us not to use their last names or show their faces. They're worried that whoever hacked into their video baby monitor could find out who they are.
We don't know if they could hear, but we know they were watching for sure.
The couple were using the monitor in their 3-year-old son's room when he began complaining that he was afraid, saying someone was talking to him over the phone at night. They weren't sure what he meant until they heard this coming from the monitor.
Wake up, little boy, daddy's coming for you.
Then Jay heard the voices talking about Sarah when she walked into the room.
My wife walked in and I heard the exact words say, look, someone's coming, or someone's coming into view.
When they investigated further, they noticed the monitor moving when they weren't controlling it, the night vision capable lens following their movements. The couple called the monitor's maker, Foscam, who told them it was possible that someone somewhere hacked into the system and were controlling it with a laptop or a smartphone app. But there was no way of knowing who that was or whether they were living nearby or on the other side of the country.
It got me worried that maybe they've seen things that they, shouldn't see. Our privacy's been hacked.
Teachers in 8 Washington state school districts will go on a one-day strike this week. They say they need to get the public's attention about the lack of funding for schools and other problems. Como's Matt Markovich has the details.
It's all about class size, cost of living increases, and testing.
The time that it takes to test is so horrendous. We're taking a lot of teaching time.
But canceling a teaching day to protest, they say, is worth it.
This isn't a statewide top-down decision. This is a member-driven decision.
A decision to send state legislators considering 3 budget proposals a stern message that their concerns are not adequately being addressed.
And we feel like it's worth taking drastic action to drive that home.
So starting Wednesday, teachers in Stanwood, Camano Island, Arlington, and Lakewood districts will walk out for the day. On Friday, Blaine, Ferndale, Bellingham, and Mount Vernon districts will be closed for the walkout. And on Tuesday, Cedro-Woolley will shut down for the day.
We want something done, but this just doesn't feel like the right action.
But teachers at a 5th of the region's districts voted not to walk out, including the 91 teachers at Meridian.
Our members feel that in this area, it would be taken as more of an action against the district and it would harm our community relations, and we just don't think that that's one walkout day is worth what damage that would do.
And that's going to do it for us here at I-501 News. We want to thank you for watching, and we'll see you again tomorrow.